Good morning, heroes, and welcome back to, I think it's part 4. I listed it as part 4. We'll see. I may have to change that part. But welcome back. We're on our hardcore character here. Um, let's see here. Get this pulled up like that. That way I can keep track of everything. There we go. Boom. Oop, boom. All right. That way I can make sure that there are no issues. We did get the stuff we needed for our controller, so that's a plus. Um, so yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Um, so now we don't have to worry about accidentally dying because our controller doesn't want to stay connected properly. But we are still on the hunt for the appropriate demon for us. We're trying to find Hephaestus or Hephaesto or whatever his name is with Curse. Though technically any demon with Curse would do, and then that way we can go and take down Diablo. We have one right now. He's just extra strong or enchanted because he's got everything we're giving him for being a bound demon. Uh, so there's that. As far as our skill tree goes, um, we have maxed out Find Demon. That's why he's getting a whole bunch of stuff. And then we are slowly working on maxing this out so that we can get 3 demons. Then we're going to max out Blood Oath so that they get a ton of health, a ton of resistances, all that fun stuff. Ooh, I'm taking damage. I didn't realize I needed health pots. Need to empty the bags. I am glad that I went through Lion Helm. Is that a... Oh, okay, never mind. If it was a Druid Helm... Well, we don't even need Druid Helms. I gotta figure out what... I know he remade an Assassin, a Trapsin. I don't know if that's what he wants to do with this particular character, but... Okay. Stop smacking me, dang it. Okay. Woo, so many. I can't wait to get cursed, man. That's gonna make us fly through enemies. It is arguably the best skill to have. That's why I still think the most dangerous setup. Oh, that was not what I thought that was gonna be.
Thanks.
Dang, I'm down to 2 pots. I see him. He is aura enchanted. See if I can get him to come back this way real quick. Extra fast though. Actually, we'll just hit him without. We'll do this a couple times and then we'll just go attempt Diablo anyway. I'm hoping to get a demon with curse on it though. Because the extra resistance and damage that they'll take from it would be so much better. Let's go to town before I forget. We're going to stock up on potions, clear out our inventory. I didn't realize we had picked up a whole bunch of stuff. It's been a couple of days since we've played. See that? Okay. And then we do have some Magic Find gear on. We're at 121%. I'm hoping that's good enough to start getting some of the sets that we need. Yeah. Let's see here. At some point, I will probably make us some Magic Find gear. I was hoping to get down to perfects. Just because I think, because like this right here is 20% versus 16, so I think perfects are 24%. So if I stick 3 of those in here, you know, we're at what, 72% Magic Find, something like that. All right, let's Yeah, we gotta reset here. Save and exit. We'll do like 3 of these, and then we'll just go ahead and start heading towards Diablo. Oh, they charged this well enough. Alright, back down we go. Hello? Okay. The chest I didn't click on, but somehow it is completely empty. Alright. I wish the minion healing thing would also affect our merc. I know that would make it way too powerful to kill, but it would be nice. The other reason why I'm not so opposed to just trying to get this demon to spawn for us is the fact that we get a good bit of XP by doing this. Okay. don't know why you decided to go run all the way around to attack that. Okay, one more attempt, and then we will go get the Act 3 demon that has curse, and then that way we don't have to worry about it. Plus, doing one more, I think, will level us, potentially. It just depends on how many elites we find along the way. I am working on a summoner druid. It gets bear form, which is awesome. So, like, I'm level, I think, like 15 or something, and I'm already, like, stupid close to, like, 800 health when in bear form, and I have my, spirit up. Oh, it's a mana pot. I don't know why I thought that was a health pot. Here. Fill those guys up. Okay. Let's just go to Act 3. And we will pick up what's-his-face, who's always cursed. I'd hope Festo. I'll have to do that off camera to try and get him, but we'll see. And then we'll go finish up Diablo so we can get on to Act 5. I mean, if they run that way, I'm not worried about them. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Dang it, I think they killed him. They did. I forgot I needed to... That's not what I wanted. Thank you. I needed to do that. Alright, let's just save and exit. I meant to consume my guy before going down there so that if we saw him, I could just sit there and keep spamming, hello, game? I said save and exit, thank you. I could just keep spamming Bind Demon on him. I decided to try a new flavor of bubbler, guys. It's a, what is this? It's called Triple Berry Breezer. And it's got like raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries in it. Not my favorite. I'll drink it because it tastes okay, but it ain't my favorite.
Yes?
Okay. Don't need you. And there we go. Alright, go back into Trav. We'll summon one goat dude. And done. Okay. Scare them off.
Not enough mana.
Got him. Okay. That's all we needed there. So now we have Ishmael. He always has curse on him. So as long as we can keep him alive, we're good. Because, like, you can see how much faster just one goat guy is taking down enemies. Go. Now, he doesn't have an aura on him that I would prefer. But I would have preferred, like, Holy Fire, Holy Freeze, Conviction. Something around that line. I forget what the green one does. But he's spreading curse, and that's all I really needed him for. 3-socketed. Actually, we'll hold on to that, because there is a shield I can make with that. Something's got Decrepit going. But there's enough corpses going down, I can constantly heal up my minions, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's get rid of that. I'd rather have yellows on me than blues. Yeah, too bad he's undead, otherwise I'd grab him. pick a hell rune. There we go. Oh. Get in there, Merc. Help him out. There's a whole army. What else can I get rid of? Throwing spears, Great Wave, sure. Look at that. Now, do I feel like we have enough summons as a Warlock? No, I don't think 3 demons really is it. You can tell that they didn't want the demon summoning to be the primary thing. I think because they realized that having a demon that can cast curse for you, plus the fact that I can throw out lesser armor curse, and explosion curse, and all that kind of stuff. There we go. I feel like they understood that that was going to be really powerful, but only having access to 3 demons at a time. One of the things I do want to try when we get a 3rd demon, speaking of which, we never used our point here, is I want to go ahead and try and summon a Defiler and see how well that works. So we want to go... I want to make that R1. And then Bind Demon I want to make O, so I don't accidentally click it. Okay. And then I can now have 3 demons. And what it's supposed to do is cause 3 demons to be bound, so that when they are bound, you damage one, the other 2 also take damage. And you're supposed to be able to get it to where you can have up to 4 demons taking damage. If you level that particular one up. Now, obviously, for someone like Diablo, not really that useful. Superman, there we go. Because there's only one target, right? So there's not other things that can be bound to him. But let's say we're going and doing Baal for his area, then absolutely it's going to be worth it. Hello. There we go. I think the reason why I don't like Ishmael is, like, yes, he is able to bring curse up on people, but he doesn't do a lot of damage himself. Like, he's literally out there just throwing curse. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my merc. go to town, empty out, grab our merc back, get rid of this poison.
Hello.
What do you need?
Okay. Oh, we were able to make our other shield. Never mind. We didn't need that 3-socketed shield. I just remembered. Because last time we were playing, we wanted to make a rune word shield. Bam. With 25% magic find, all resist plus 25. Okay, it only got rid of Goatman. Woo! I was a little worried it accidentally got rid of Ishmael. So, this book we don't need anymore. I like the +1 to all skills, but meh. There's plenty of other things that we can do to get plus to skills. But actually, let's make one more big pot. Put that back. Dump you. We'll go sell our book. So now, because of that +1 to all skills, we actually have to put one more point into here to have all 3 demons again, which is fine. What I do want to do is be very careful and consume the Defiler so that I can then summon a Goatman. But now that I remembered that, our magic find is now 146%. And we cannot be frozen. And all of our resistances are at least 20% or higher, with the exception of fire resist, which is kind of a bummer. I just realized we also have 5 points here to do. Okay. No. I don't know why I was about to do that. Alright. Come on. Seal. Thank you. Cooperate. There we go. Ooh, my Goatman is just... Oh, dead. That's what my Goatman is. Something cursed us. But of course, everything down here but the guys that breathe fire are demons. Or, sorry, undead. So, even if I wanted to, we're not able to, we're not able to, bind them to us. Because, like, having one of the dudes that breathe fire, that would actually be better than Ishmael if we could get one of them to have curse. trying to keep my boys alive. There you go. I don't know if we'll level before or after Diablo, but I'm hoping it's right before. Because at least for his fight, we could have 2 goatmen up. They won't last long, but it would have been nice. There we go, leveled up. Right, one more level and it will be permanent. We don't have to worry about any plus to skills. Alright, so before we do that, let's, number 1, add that there. Let's go empty out our bags. Let's get rid of the cursed effect on us, because that will not be fun.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, it fell off anyway, which is fine.
Hail to you,
So let's empty out our bags. But yeah, the other character that I'm currently working on with Devin is a summoner druid. And that thing, it's pretty good. It's not in the same category as the warlock, in my opinion, with any of the warlock builds. Excuse me. Because it doesn't have the capabilities that the warlock has. Like the fact that I can wield a 2-handed weapon, which happens to be insight, and a shield for rhyme, right? No other class can do this. You know, and then I've got lore on, and I've got stealth on, so I'm doing, as far as rune words go, we are super rich early on. But like, it's one of those things, you know. We've also got blade buckles, so I'm getting a ton of strength and dex from that. So I don't have to worry about that, plus defense. The only thing I really want to replace are these gloves with better gloves with magic find on them. These boots are pretty dope. I wish I could get ones with better resistances, but still, I mean, overall, we're getting plenty of magic find. We're getting plenty of resistances and armor. And the fact that I rarely ever have to worry about me getting hit is also really, really good. Alright, so we click this. And then as far as with Devin, I mean, I gotta figure out what class he wants to do.
Not even death can save you from me.
Come on. Wow. I mean, as long as he doesn't accidentally kill Ishmael, we're good. There we go. Kite shield, heavy belt, chainmail. Boom, all 3 quests are done. We can now move on to Act 5.
Diablos, he who blinds the mind. I see you. I knew.
Res. Steel Clash and Gold Wrap. Nice. Alright, so trade. So, Steel Clash is +1 to all paladin skills. This is really good low-level shield. There's also a sword that we might be able to get at some point. Yeah, it looks like I need to mess with the camera again. It's starting to lag. But it's fine. There's a low-level sword that you can get that actually does really good for being like added to this. There's also a unique paladin scepter that would be really good with this. But the sword also has plus 2 resistances. That's why I think it's a good combo with this. I think it's also plus 15, which gives you plus 30 across the board. And the fact that this shield just has a ton of stuff to it, plus the plus 1 skills. And then we got Gold Wrap, which is Magic Find, which we're going to be putting on to replace this guy, which means we're going to lose some strength and dex, but that's fine. Or should be fine. Ugh, but we lost potion spaces. That's fine. I'd rather have the Magic Find. So that gave us 30% more Magic Find. We didn't really lose anything else. So we're good there. We'll hold on to these just to be on the safe side. We're going to dump that, dump this, dump both of these. But we'll hold on to the uniques for now. In case I decide that I want to make a paladin or I need to switch over stuff. Because like we also have this one that I'm holding on to. I don't think I'm going to hold on to it too much longer. Because for 133 strength, for a little bit more strength and a few extra levels, I believe, we can make Spirit, which has way better all resist, plus it's got faster cast rate and stuff like that. So it's more beneficial. Okay. Let's move on to Act 5. We do have... There we go. And yeah, all of our gear is still wearable without those extra stats that it was giving us, so we're good. Okay. How are we doing on scrolls? We're good there.
I am
Now what I want to do, now that we've made this shield, is if I can find a 2-socketed white book, I want to try and put a Shale Eth in it and see if I can get a book that has plus to skills for us and can use rhyme. I don't know, because there are some rune words that say that the books are usable. The codexes, or whatever they're called. Whereas there are then others that don't say that they can be used.
Let us
Ah! Why? Why do they all have to be ranged?
Thanks.
This is a terrible Act 5 start for us. We're already out of pots. Ow. Healing, healing, there. Oh, all of our healing back. Okay, halfway point. Oh, no, that wasn't halfway point. This is the halfway point. Where now all of a sudden we get these stupid teleporters. I wonder if he has like a 99% chance of being cold infused. Or like 100% chance. Because I've never seen him not cold infused. Like even in normal, he's cold infused. Everybody alive. As long as my guy keeps leveling up, we're okay. Did we level up? I don't like the fact that it still says that there's something on our quest book log thing. You're gonna be hard pressed as long as there's a corpse to be able to take out my my demons, but there's just so many of these guys, it's ridiculous. Please take on the Kurast. Okay, this should be getting close to the end. Yep. Well, I've looked at whether or not we should stream out. Oh my gosh. Enough with the quill rats, bro. I've looked at possibly streaming the new Crimson Desert. Primarily because it's new and it would be nice to have something on the channel that's new. Problem is I don't know enough about that game or the mechanics of it or any of that kind of stuff to where I feel like it would be engaging for you guys. So and yeah, that's what I thought. There's just so much ranged crap going on. Alright, that's done now. Let's go get our merc back and continue on.
How amusing. A demonic slave master herding demonic slaves.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
2 to necromancer skills, plus 1 to bone prison and 1 to decrepify. Lightning resist. All in all, not bad for necromancer. The other thing that I try to do with these current runs is I try not to use too much, like, gems and runes, fine, but like I try not to farm with this guy stuff for a necromancer or a paladin or any of that stuff. It's slightly different with like uniques because I want to hold on to some uniques because they might be useful for more than just whatever class it says it's good for, but at the same time it's like got to be a little careful, right? Let's see, we're at 176 magic find. Nice. And then I want to stop moving. I want to target you. There we go. And then that way I can pop this. Okay. Frigid Highlands. Now we gotta save the barbarians. Yellow sword, that's money. So we are looking for barbarians that are trapped. Oh, get off me. Oh, and he's gold enchanted. So we're gonna stand back a little bit. There you go. Why is it that it's always the undead that seem to be cursed? I get the worst luck with like demons being cursed. Because I would rather have a melee-oriented cursed demon. Don't get me wrong, Ishmael's good temporarily, but he spends more time trying to throw out hydras than he does trying to do curse damage. Or spread curse. I don't see any over here, but I just want to be on the safe side. Over there, fight the thing shooting at me. And I think at some point I will redo this build a little. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think it's important to have Death Sigil. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, like, yeah, it sounds great being able to explode the targets, but just being able to cause them to have less defenses, I think, is more important. So these 2 points can get dumped into lethargy, and I think would be more beneficial. Just a thought that I've been having. And I could be wrong. I mean, it could be more beneficial to have the one that causes them to get all pissy with each other. And do that. It's just, I feel like lethargy has more applications because it can be used on bosses for our minions to do more damage to them. I'll take 2,000 gold. I want to run down just a tad. Backtrack just a tidbit. I'm going to try to do every quest here in Act 5. Also, the other thing that I think would be really neat is if we're going to only be allowed to have 2 bind demons, or only have 3 total demons, they should let me have all 3 of those demons be bound demons. So that I can have like a really good ranged bound demon, a really good melee bound demon, and then like a defensive type, you know, that does some decent damage, but they're more like, you know, like Ishmael, where they can throw out a bunch of stuff that doesn't really do anything, but distract the enemy. Yeah. Whoa, that was a lot. Okay. Let's go down and around here. There we go. First one.
Let us out! Let us out!
It's safe to say, though, that so far our Echoing Strikes build is vastly superior to the Summoner. And I get the Summoner is the safer way to play, especially once you get around level 30. Because you're able to kind of just kick back, let your demons and your merc do stuff. But at the same time, man, it's one of those things where, like, I would rather...
Help us!
I'd rather have the ability for me to do mass damage.
Overburdened.
No, you're not even close. But we just need one more camp of those guys saved, and we are good to go. Now, like, the reason we want to do this quest is because we get free runes. Now, granted, the runes he gives you are supposed to be used to make pledge, if I remember correctly. And so that's supposed to give you some good resistances and armor and things like that on a shield. We're not going to be using it because we're trying to keep up our magic find. Plus increase our magic find. There it is. So it's one of those things that I got the door, guys. Y'all worry about the things trying to kill me. Alright, that quest is now done. Next quest will be finding Anya, I believe, so that we can get our resistances up. From this point, technically all we really need to do is just keep running as far north. Nope. As far north as humanly possible.
Can't carry anymore.
Nice. We'll go to town so we can pick up those 2 yellows. I want money, like, because if this guy goes down, I want to be able to have money for the next character to kind of speed level the process a little bit.
Not in town.
Yeah, if this guy goes down, though, I've decided that we're going to try and do a fire / summons build. I'll have to look and see how well that's going to work out. It's going to be a 1-point wonder for the demon tree, I think, so that we can focus pouring everything else into the fire tree. The only way that will change is if we do get a Serpent Lord staff, then we'll work on making our tank cleave build. And I've been messing around with that. It is going to take a perfect setup of gear for that build to be worth a darn. Ow. Door. Barricade. How are they hitting me through a door? I saw a torch. I thought maybe we would find the waypoint, but I guess... Oh, no. Electricity is not my friend. I can't even see what's over there. But yeah, in order to do a perfect cleave tank build that I'm thinking about trying, it takes a perfect set of gear. Simply because it is, in order to get certain things maxed out, or as close to maxed out to where you can get the benefits from it, it does take a bit. You could do a 1-point wonder for your by demon and only ever worry about having 1 demon. That way you have curse, which would help with the cleave damage. You'll just have to keep more of an eye on your demon because they will not have a bunch of health. Is everything yellow in my inventory? Gosh darn. Alright.
Good. There is.
Quest has been updated. Basically, I think that's what's her face telling me that Anya has been kidnapped. Yay, the claw vipers that can throw bone spears at us. Woo! I'll take the F rune. So, first of all, we're looking for the waypoint, and then we're going to look for the frozen river so we can go and try and save Anya to get our resistances increased by 20. Also, always be on the lookout for evil urns. You'll want to clear the area before you click an evil urn, because they can spawn some hefty stuff, and it can get pretty wild pretty quick. I think we found the frozen river. We did. And we've already found the waypoint, so we can go ahead and go down here. This is where it can get dangerous. Because starting in Nightmare, this place can have the burning souls, lightning things. So we wanna go relative. Yeah, see? There they are. And of course, the first pack we run into are elites. Or not elites, but magics. So I'm going to walk. I want to make sure that I have plenty of time to get the heck out of Dodge if we start pulling a bunch of those. Now, this place is very hard to do the stick to one wall mechanic that I generally try to do because of how it's laid out. So we're just going to go slow and stick to technically one wall. So, like, we'll take this bridge back down here in just a second. There we go. They eliminated those. Throw my minions up that way. Two evil urns.
I am overburdened.
Oh, 3 evil urns. Holy cow. Alright, let's go to town. Let's empty out our bags. Because there's a chance that these evil urns can spawn things that will drop really good stuff. So,
Good to see
it is
you.
always worth doing an evil urn. You just have to be very cautious. Because it can spawn things right on top of you if you're not careful. Well, it has a chance of spawning things right on top of us, whether we're careful or not. Let's go dump everything else in the box real quick. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is once we get up to about 1,000,000 gold, I just dump it in here. And then, because like we're already at 1.08 million in here. Because if we die, this 900,000 plus that helmet and these two in the box obviously go away, but everything else stays. So, that's a plus. We did level up. Let's grab some more health. Go over to this tree. We want to go ahead and do this. So now, even if I took everything that's giving us plus to skills off, right? We have all 3 demons accessible. So we're good there. So the real question becomes this. Because we only get to max out one other demon. And we can max out Blood Oath. Do we max out Blood Oath, which is what I think we should be doing? I think we should max out Blood Oath first. And then we should max out Summon Goatman. Because these guys seem to be way more important than this guy. Because all this will get to do is go up to max bound souls of 4. It will increase its life. It will increase how much damage is shared between all of them and things like that. But honestly, these guys are more important, especially when we start doing like magic finding for bosses. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, I don't know why it's like gotten even worse on the camera. Like just watching it. So for right now, I'm gonna turn the camera off. Turn you off. Because, like, if I'm on the game, the camera starts lagging out again. So I gotta go tell the camera to be dumb again, I guess. It's already as low as I can get it. I don't know. I'll mess with it later. We'll just turn it off for now so that we don't have to deal with it. But yeah, I think going this route will be beneficial for all of our demons because they're going to get more health, they're going to get more resistances, they take less damage, and then any damage I take goes to them anyway, so that always sounds like a plus. I do have some points into this just to help with like weapons and whatnot. It doesn't really help us, but there's also a probability that we could max out Levitation Mastery or at least get 10 points into it. And again, I feel like we should respec and take points out of that to go into this. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that. While we're here in town, we'll go talk to you.
I can't do that. You're an even.
See if we
Can I
need
help
a
you?
repair. Okay. We're going to click that evil urn. She insta-died. Good. We're going to click that evil urn. And they showed up on the other side. Good. And it looks like it was just the one. And then that one spawned a whole bunch. There we go. And they didn't drop anything that was worth a darn to us. Amethyst. Don't target me, you stupid flying. Take out the glooms. Let's backpedal, backpedal. Make them come to us. I mean, I'm glad we have some lightning resistance, because holy cow. I hate having those. Technically, we should have just reset. But it's fine. We'll deal with it. Ow, ow, ow. Nope. I get to hide in a little cubby hole. You guys get to fight everything. There we go. Oh. We found Anya, and the way to tell is these stupid abyssal guys. Come on, I need you to... There we go. I was not expecting it to be that close. Healing, healing, healing. Oh, he still died. Dang. Alright. Well, we'll be in town so we can get our guy back. I'm not worried about that.
So,
Thank you. Not in town.
It's a bummer that it makes us spend so many scrolls, though, to do this quest. And then she portals out herself. It should let us use that portal, but it doesn't, because it's being like that to us.
good, thank you.
Trade. And then we come over here. And so you'll see we're at 37, 35, 25. And then we click the scroll. And now we're at 16, 47, 45, 35. And then we can dump all these. Because free runes. So, I mean, we're doing good on runes. I have quite a few that we could start bumping up to the next one. But I'm kind of waiting because there's not really any other rune words that we need to make right this second. Because again, I'm wanting to test this build with green sets. And there are a couple green sets that I want, which is Naj and Horizon, I think is not Loot Filter, Chronicle. We want, yeah, Horizon's Splendor, and then we want Naj. Preferably, I'd like to do Helmet and Staff for Naj, and then everything else will be Horizon's Splendor, which would be gloves, boots, books, and chest piece. So 4 pieces here, right? And 2 pieces in Naj. Because that will give me a bunch of magic find here. And then this will give me a bunch of plus skills, a little bit more magic find, some damage and armor and stuff like that. So it would be nice. Alright, we don't need to go back down into the frozen river. We actually get to now take our waypoint back to Crystalline and continue walking from here. Hit the stash. Out of my way, jar. And then here we go, back on target. Okay. And now we are looking for the way out of here. Which I believe is Frozen Tundra? Glacier Trail. And then Frozen Tundra. There is a waypoint here that we can pick up. This one's not going to be necessary, because if we ever do get to the point where we can help Devin get through this, we'll need the other waypoint anyway. And then we won't need another waypoint until we get to Ancients, so the waypoint here is kind of pointless. Oop. There we go. And see, like, right now the Defiler is doing what it can, but it just doesn't feel like it's adding to any of our damage. Between Ishmael giving Curse and Merc and Goatman doing a ton of damage, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the Defiler really is beneficial. We will always take gems. feel like gems and runes have a lower chance to drop in Reign of the Warlock compared to Throne. So like, and I could be totally off. Like the drop chance may be the same, but it just feels like it's much lower. I do need to figure out a new weapon for our merc to give him a bunch of lifesteal. Get that off of me. Like we need a lot more gear for our merc. That's why he's taking so much damage. It's because I really don't have anything on him worth a darn. Wow, I think that's our first dropped full rejuve. Insane. There's the way up. And frozen tundra. Let's go down this way so we can find the edge of the world. Or at least the edge of the map. And a flawed skull. Nice.
Thanks.
He's right. He can. Oh well. Okay. Let them clear out the way for us. But what I try to do is find one wall and just follow it as best you can until it hits the next wall, and then you go up. It's the easiest way to find the next major path. Problem is I've got people on the other side of that wall attacking us. And there went my merc.
Good evening.
Evening.
Stay a while and listen.
Merc, you're making it hard for me to make money because I'm having to keep buying you. We'll see if this is better for him. It's got 21 poison damage and 4 life stolen per hit, which is good. We ran completely out of health pots during that. Sell you. Sell you. Level 60. Only +1 to attract. No thank you. Merc. Does this help?
I'll put that to good use.
It does. Look at
I'll
that
put
damage
to good
increase.
use.
And he loses 1% fire resist. That's hilarious. Okay, finish emptying out our bags and we're good to go. Okay. Just keep running. Thank you. I will say this is incredibly irresponsible to be doing what I'm doing in this difficulty level. Like, if we weren't playing on hardcore, I'd be like, yeah, just run it. If you die, oh well. You know, run back, grab your corpse, keep going. But the fact that if we run into a pack of stuff that we cannot handle and die, it's game over. So I don't really recommend doing this. Alright, Ancient Sway, here we go. We need the waypoint and then the way to plateau. Another full rejuve, another full rejuve. Grand Charm, full rejuve. There we go. There's the waypoint. So, like, as you can see, if we were to go do the secondary quest line for Anya, you would get Halls of Pain, which would be an okay one to grab. But, like, you don't need Frozen Tundra, you don't need Glacial Trail, you don't need Ariat Plateau, you need Frigid Highlands, because there's 2 elites if you start doing elite farming that you can go grab. There's Crystalline Passage, so you can do the Anya quest if you're trying to help somebody level. And then Ancient's Way and World Stone, that's it. If you're playing solo, you don't even need Crystalline Passage. You just go do it once, and then run back and out. Go. I guess technically if you're running solo or offline play, whatever, You don't even need to get Ancient Sway, because you only do these guys once in Nightmare. There's no reason to come try and redo them. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Where they can spawn right on top of you. There you go. New enemies to fight. Yay! We'll take on the mages. If I wasn't trying to keep stuff slowed with my main merc, I'd actually go with a might merc so that my minions do more damage. And down you go. And technically, I believe today launched the Warlock on Diablo 4. So I might be trying that when I get home tonight. I'm not 100% sure if it did, but if it did, it's what I'll probably play after work tonight. I can't remember if it released this month or next month. Okay, I feel like we've gone all the way around. Why have we not found the way out? Is it in a weird, like, cubbyhole area? So every once in a while they'll do that. Well, wasn't anywhere there. Okay. Now, if there is a corner over here we somehow missed. Okay. There's like a whole area over here we just haven't explored yet. Okay, never mind. This place is huge. That's not the direction we want. We'll take the 4K gold. There it is. Hey, and we leveled right before we got to the Ancients. Nice. Okay. Go here. I'm gonna put another one in there. 230. Nah, I'm gonna keep like, I'll just keep going in here until we find gear that I have to have strength and whatnot for. Okay, so decision time. I still think we work on Blood Oath next. Because, like, look at the difference in our Demon's Life. It goes from 190 to 225. Their resistances bump up to 44%. So that helps them. Like, their health will go up. So, like, right now they're at 1120. And they're 1181. So, yeah. I'm gonna max that out, and then we're gonna max that out. Well, nah, because this will take less time to max out the Goatman, because we only need 10 levels to max that out, whereas this is now going to need 15 levels. So, let's level out Goatman, and then we can level this up. Alright. This is another scary spot for us. Because if we get a bad rotation, we need to reset these guys. Oh, we're melting through them. Oh, don't come doing that to me. Yeah. That's awesome. Just melted through those guys. Alright, so I see little dudes here, so we gotta be careful of the little guys. Alright, nope. We want to follow one wall, we just wanted to take those guys out. Stop chasing me. You don't get to take out my minions there. Curse us all you want, but oh great. Oh, okay, it's not the soul dudes, it's these guys. That's fine. Plenty of elites down here, I'm liking that. They're not dropping anything worth a darn, but pick up that full rejuve, that full rejuve. Oop, bone knife, we'll pick that up. I didn't know I could throw them through a wall like that. Alright. much damage as we possibly can. Alright, I got a level up. Yay! I feel like he's doing slightly better. Ah. There we go. Get rid of the blizzard. Hide behind all of them. Small charm. We can pick that up. Whew. Had to clear the whole place, but we found it. There we go. Now we're looking for the waypoint. Yeah, you don't get to come at me like that, bud. Okay, wasn't that way. We'll pop a XP shrine, see how long that lasts. Is this the way down or waypoint? It's the way down. Little trick. We throw a TP right there, and then when we find the way, or we find the waypoint, we just teleport to town, sell our stuff, then take our TP down, so that we don't have to jog all the way back. Falcon's Mask. I am making a. Of course we're gonna get Black Souls. Gosh, dang it. I am making a summoner, so any druid helms that we can find that would give us plus skills to summoning would be fantastic. As long as it's the right kind of summoner. So any wolves, bear, or birds would be good. And then, anything to Heart of the Wolverine would be good. So there's that. So now we go up to Harrogath. And then we run over here to Deckard Cain real fast. And we run over here to her. Trade. Useless. Useless. Whoa. Had a lot, but not for this build. 5%'s nothing. 53 to life. Magic reduce. Telling of beads. 1 to all skills. Cold resist. What is my current neck doing? We're holding on to that. If I ever give up this necklace for the druid. Ooh. We'll hold on to that. Dump those. XP scroll went away, but that's fine. And now we look for the next way down. Ooh, green gauntlets. They're definitely not going to be what I want. Woo. We'll pick up that tome just for giggles. It's scary how powerful these builds are. I think tomorrow's stream will be 100% just magic finding here in Nightmare. Or no, we'll do what we did for Nightmare. We'll do the same thing in Hell. Is we'll slowly walk through Act 1 until we get to the part where we can do Countess and Andy, and we're just gonna run those two for a bit. So tomorrow's episode will be us trying to get through Act 1 Hell. Merc's doing much better now that we gave him a weapon that gives him life stolen. Okay. I need Curse to come off these guys. I don't want to go down while they have Curse because they're going to take more damage.
Hello.
It's a 3-socketed. I already have a 3-socketed. It's gonna be Sig's gloves, I'll bet. Yeah. Not holding on to those. Okay. This is the dangerous part. Ooh, got lucky. Sometimes you'll find like that. Where you'll walk around or you'll come down and there will just be stuff in your way. Come on. And then, not that it makes a difference, because again, if we die from this, it's game over. There, get rid of him first. And then they can play cleanup after that. How did I get poisoned from way over there? Okay, we're gonna go get poison.
How may I be of help?
Hopefully the very loud TV in the other room does not come through.
Thanks.
I'm not a fan of this next one at all, or the last one.
Thanks.
Super healing. Woo, and there we are. I mean, we're cruising through it, but at the same time, like, I still feel very threatened by Diablo. I mean, or not Diablo, by Baal and his minions, because
The seeds
it
of
takes
creation
one
itself.
bad drop. Not sure how that didn't hit me, but alright. I'll take it. I don't know how I'm not taking damage from any of that. His mana burn got me. It's almost like his skills aren't hitting any. But we'll back up just a little bit because that mana burn still hits us. And Baal's done. There it is.
Your
We'll come back down and talk to what's his face, and then we spent 30 minutes in order to do some stuff in Act 1 of Hell. So yeah, Clegalaws. We can sell that. A lot of resistances for a Necro. Okay. Not bad.
Hello.
There it is. Nightmare complete. Ugh. We haven't watched this in a while. We'll go ahead. Yeah. And there went the World Stone. And there we go. Congratulations, Hardcore Lock will henceforth be known as Conqueror. I like how happy they make Deckard Cain look. He's all like, yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start some Act 1. Like I said, we've got about 30 minutes.
Good day.
See what we can get completed in that amount of time.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me. Perish.
Cursed right off the bat. And the beauty is like we don't really need to do too much. Like we don't need to ooh, get rid of that poison. Holy cow. We don't really need to worry about like farming this area like we normally would on like normal, where you go around and you beat everything up to get XP to level up. We just need to go and do the Den of Evil. Our resistances are terrible. Especially fire resist right now. We need to stay away from anything that throws fire resist at, or throws fire damage at us. Ooh, we need more healing. Okay. In we go.
Another den of evil. Let's root them all out.
If we find a monarch shield, a white monarch shield, we want to pick that up because that's going to become our spirit. There we go. I think there's also like a bigger difference in how you play if you're playing softcore versus hardcore. Softcore, like you understand, if I die, oh well. You know, it's a little irritating. I lose some gold. I might lose a little bit of XP. Stuff like that. But then when you play hardcore, you're like, I don't want to be anywhere near an enemy if I don't have to be. I think that's what's made Summoners such a popular build over the years, is strictly hardcore. Because, like, I can tell you right now, if we were playing the fire build or a magic build, whatever, we wouldn't, like, aside from echoing strikes, where we can throw it and kind of run away, there would be a totally different play style. And that's why if this guy bites the dust at any point, or if we can beat Baal here in Hell difficulty, we will 100% be trying a different class or a different spec all the way through as well, just to see the differences in like speed and what have you. And my thing is I feel like that is capable of being done. The next one we're going to try is going to be a fire summoner. And the only reason why I say it's a fire summoner is because legitimately there will be summoning skills, but our primary damage is going to be fire. Because we will have to do a lot of magic find before I can try and do the cleave build. Okay, done.
The evil of this place departs with me.
I'm kind of just not speed running, but at the same time speed running this.
Yes?
No. Dump off all the jewels we picked up.
Not in time.
My
My rogues. Okay. But just to prove a point, I mean, keep in mind, we're using lore, which is a level 27 item. We're using stealth, which is a level 17 item. These are still carrying us through very well. I may, at work, look for some rune words that would give us more resistances and possibly some magic find to put on our chest and helm. That would help better. I know I would love to have authority on, because that would at least give me warlock skills. It gives you some fire resist, which would be nice. Coven, but that one's expensive. Would be another one to put on. Quill rats do poison damage. I'm trying to take them out as soon as possible. Alright, cold plains. Okay. We could have gotten rid of Ishmael for that melee chick if I'd realized that she had curse on her before she exploded. Oh. God dang. Full reju. There we go. Smash. Oh, that's Stony Field. We don't want Stony. Not yet, anyway. That's so loud for no reason. See if we can get Blood Raven taken out. I just picked up. I don't care about that. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and put points there. And another point there, another point there. Look at that. 6 more points left.
Oh, undead make for such poor servants.
Okay. And bye-bye, Blood Raven. Okay. 14 minutes.
Blood Raven, may your madness have a swift.
See, that is just so loud for no reason. My microphone picks it up every once in a while. I don't understand why they need the TV that loud. There we go. See if we can find the waypoint here. Ooh. We'll take a flawless sapphire. Go. That up. As soon as we can find the waypoint, we're going to end up calling it a day. There's the tunnel. Not that we need that. Downside to fighting out here is there's a high probability that you're going to run into stuff that can curse you. So getting any buff from any deal is pointless. I really wish they would go in and find a way to fix it. To where if I pick up an XP scroll and then immediately get cursed, I still have the XP scroll, I just... you know, it bounces back and forth, you know? It would be nice. Go back up this way, because it's probably over there next to the stones. Check this big, flat, open emptiness. There it is. Alright. There we go. We'll end a little early today. We started right on time, which was surprising for us. Usually it takes us a hot minute to get started. But yeah, so here we are. I mean, we are now in Hell difficulty, which is awesome. We completed Nightmare again, which is awesome. So now it's time to, you know, get through Act 1 so that we can do Countess, so that we can do Andy, and then just start farming for gear as best as we can, as well as runes, so that we can make better rune words for our guy and our merc. So, I mean, this is stuff that we're really trying to focus in on. Tomorrow's stream will be from 7:30 to 11 tomorrow night. We'll be continuing on with Act 1 unless Devin plays with us, in which case we'll be doing our Druid Warlock duo in Hardcore. He's going Warlock Summoner, I'm going Druid Summoner, so we can kind of compare notes on that. We'll be able to compare our own notes, essentially, on that, simply because, let's go, simply because we actually have the ability to, actually, we'll leave that in there for now, that's fine. We will be able to compare our own notes on this, because we're going to be able to see what it was like leveling this guy so far, and then leveling the Druid. So there's a lot of really cool things that we're going to be able to check firsthand while doing this. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for stopping by. If you like Diablo 2 content and you're curious about different builds for the Warlock, or you're curious about different builds for different classes, make sure you subscribe to the channel. At some point, we'll be trying all the different classes, just so you can get my point of view. I'm not like a lot of other YouTubers that, you know, they know how to speed run and they know all the best routes for farming and stuff. I'm your average player. I don't know all the secrets, but I do know a little bit, and what I do know, I have fun playing with. So if you like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be sticking to Diablo 2, just because everything else I seem to be trying for the channel doesn't seem to be working very well. If that changes, then yay, but until then, we'll see. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed weekend. Stay safe out there, and as always, stay legendary. Peace out, heroes.